Check out channelfireball.com to step up your game with videos and articles from the best in the world. You can use the code Gaby at checkout to help support this channel. Buddy on YouTube, and welcome! We are drafting the Alt Cube, which is basically mine and Luis's cube. It's up on Magic Online this week. What do we want to take? Lots of good options here for pack one, pick one. There's opposition, there's sneak attack. I kind of want to take sneak attack. No, that was actually a typo, Time Twister. Opposition was one of the cards that was like coming in and out of the cube in multiple iterations that we did, and it did end up in the cube. It was the 5 mana cards that left, the Bribery and the Fractured Identities of the World. I want to take Sneak Attack. This card's so fun. The Prime Time is awesome, obviously. If you want it to be like Stormy, would take Time Spiral, though like that's not really what we're looking to do here. I love Sneak Attack. Let's just take Sneak Attack and see if we can draw something cool with it. Oh, you know, I didn't remember Sublime Epiphany was in the queue, but it is. Cool, cool, cool. Oh my gosh, Van Wedge. We put Enlightened Tutor back in for BK, basically. That's like BK's favorite card. He loves it more than life itself. Corey, thank you for the 40. That kind of rhymed too. Should we take Arid Mesa? Sneak Soul Herder. Soul Herder is really cool. I don't think it works very well in the sneak decks. Does he like it more than the Baklava Reaches? Oh, Molly, don't make him choose. That's just shellfish. Mesa does wheel a good amount. I'm just trying to think, if we took Sneak Attack, what's the next best card in this pack? And I do think it's Arid Mesa. Even if it does wheel often. I think I'm still happy taking a fetch here, like even if it's not like the highest value of fetches out there. I do love Ashen Rider in these kinds of decks. There's a counterspell in this pack. Obviously that card's super strong. Yeah, I was thinking about the counterspell, Luis. It's like better. It's better than forcing the Ashen Rider, I think, because I'd be super happy with a counterspell in this deck. Oh my god, I know the Tibble. We needed that Tibble in our deck last time. Wait, not Soul Herder. Soul Herder, I think, is better than just like blue, white, blank. I'm gonna take counterspell. Ooh, a little cozy action. So Worn Power Stone is kind of cool because it does help you. I mean, it doesn't like really ramp you that much to Sneak Attack. But Kozilek is pretty nice with Sneak. This is Annihilator 4 and all the rest of the Eldrazi text, right? Yeah, let's just take Cozy. I love Escape to the Wilds. That card's so fun. Sundering Titan or... God, I don't like sneaking in Sundering Titan that much. My experience sneaking in Sundering Titan is like pretty mediocre. Ben! Oh my gosh, thank you! You take Seagate here? Yeah, I kind of don't want to take the Sundering Titan. I really don't like it in sneak attack decks. It always just clowns both of you. And it clowns you often enough that like it's not great. I think I will take that. Ben, thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. I hope you had an awesome stream. Welcome on in, Raiders. My name is Gabby. You've never been here before. We're actually drafting my cube. It's our cube. It's our little Denver cube. So this is mine and my play group's cube here in Denver. We had to do some adjustments because our cube usually has silver bordered cards. Some silver bordered nonsense. Ooh, look at that. Oh, this is back, baby. I think that card should definitely be in the cube. Did we get to pick the art versions? No, we got to make a request of put old versions if possible. That's kind of as far as they got to go. Which I think they honored for the most part. Like in a bunch of... Like, there's not that much promo art, which is sweet. And like they had the black bordered ponder and stuff. Any advice for building a cube? Yeah, I wouldn't stress out too much about having all the cards in the beginning. Like... If you gotta proxy some stuff, go for it. If you don't have cards and you have something that does something similar, put that in there. Cube Cobra is super useful for managing your cube and keeping track of like what's around. Looking at other cube lists is pretty useful too. Nikolai, I'm doing awesome. Thank you. So our cube is 540, but you can go down to, what is it? Is it 320? Basically, ours, you don't see every card every time you draft it. 360, thank you. And also, I would recommend listening to the Eller. Hold on, let me take Ancient Grudge, I think, for the sideboard. I would recommend listening to either episode that Limited Resources did for Cube. I definitely learned how to cube initially from those guys. And I would also recommend Luis's Cube Guide that is on CFB Pro, I think. There's a chance it might be free now. I'm not 100%. And those have just been awesome because Luis is a very good drafter at Cube. I learned to cube from him as well. So your friends and you are making a custom cube with magic cards. Oh, that's really cool, Memphis. That would be really sweet. A really beefed up Ambush Viper. 6 mana, 6/6 flash, death touch. What are we taking here? I wouldn't mind taking the Painful Truths. I could see taking the Incinerate if we just want to stay like on color. But I kind of like the Painful Truths. Do like Dragonlord Atarka. Girl Spiral is interesting. 540 is the ideal cube size in my opinion. 720 is if you want to draft with like a ton of people, but most people don't do that. 540 means that the cube is pretty consistent, but you won't see every card every time. Oh, I love Fiery Confluence. Pass that over. These don't do anything, so we can take Fires of Invention. Though this doesn't look like a Fires of Invention deck, to be honest. Escape to the Wild, eh? There's also the Baklava Reaches, which works with a Painful Truth. I might take the Baklava Reaches. Because then also if we get Kolaghan's Command, we'd play that card. Anyway, that would be my advice on building a cube. Basically, don't stress out too much if you don't have the exact cards you want. The other thing that's super nice is if you build a cube for you and your friends, a lot of times your friends will be happy to contribute some cards for the cube. Like that definitely happened with my cube here, where my cube was very expensive to put together and I don't have the most powerful cards in there that are real. Like I have proxies for the power. I don't own power. I am not one of those players. But my friends did contribute a lot of like alt art and things they had gotten custom, and they made the deck look, or they made the whole cube look a lot more like nice, and that was really nice that they did that. You know, they didn't have to. Crystal Shard is super cool, especially because you can pick up your garbage back to your hand after you've snuck. But you also, a lot of times, don't need to do that because you're hopefully just winning from sneak attack. There's a Remand in this pack, too. That is really sweet. I know, I'm a P9 casual. Sponzy, the only thing I have in there that's real is the Lotus that Luis gave me as a gift. There was a collector's edition Lotus that everyone's like, oh my god, it is not a real card. I think we take Remand here. Scalding Tarn, Fact or Fiction, both are excellent. Also, Fabled Passage. Yo, it makes me so mad, Jane. It's like, why you gotta be like that? Why can't I just be happy I have a collector's edition Black Lotus? Why is it gotta be like it's not tournament legal? Yeah, I agree, Luis. But I remember the one time I posted it because it was like, I think somebody asked for a prompt. I think it might have been Ultimate Guard, #sponsored. And I think Ultimate Guard was like, show us your like most prized card or like your most sentimental card. And it was like, I got this as a gift from Luis. It's a collector edition Lotus. And like 3 people in the comments are like, but it's not real. I think it's just Scalding. Oh man, Fact or Fiction's so good though. We should just take the good mana though. Yeah. Poggers. Oh my god, Slew. Was looking at the cube list and saw Treachery on the list. Treachery should not be on the... No, Treachery... Bribery's not on the list. Treachery, I believe, is on the list. There was a time... Honestly, if you want to make a bunch of money, you should have bought a lot of collector's edition cards before the pandemic. I think you would have, like... Cryptic Command looks awesome, and I'm not gonna wheel it, sadly. Oh, that's right! We still have achievements, don't we? Yo! We're not going to bend over backwards trying to get achievements, but if we get achievements, I'm not going to complain. Ooh, Caracas. Oh no, there's one. Wait. Time out. There's a preordain in the back. No, I don't like it. I think we're supposed to take preordain. Oh no. We have to take preordain here. Fudge. It's true, Time Twister. I think we got past Fractured Identity in the last time. Let me see if we did. Past Fractured. Is it not here? Identity? I don't see it. Yeah, I am so sad that I have to take preordain here. Look at me being such a responsible drafter. You never see that. Wheel of Fortune's kind of sweet with this kind of deck because a lot of times you can just go wheel and kill them with the stuff that you found. Narset's also kind of sweet. And I think maybe a little bit better than wheel. But I don't mind wheel here. Narset's pretty good. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards Narset as well. I'm trying to see about the... Look at one of these achievements. Use Warring Clicks to juke an opponent's saga. So chat, if you want to take a look at the achievements, it's just ! Chivos, I believe. So currently this Painful Truths isn't happening, I don't think. Okay, so Talisman of Impulse is a red source that kind of ramps to sneak attack. And it is a green source for Ancient Grudge. That said, Nahiri, if we actually splash some white, and we do have the Arid Mesa, is another way of getting like Cozy, Emmy, Dragon Lord Atarka. Not you. So I think we take Nahiri and just like get rid of this Painful Truths and then find a little better way to splash Nahiri. Oh, look at that. This is a cool alt art. I can get behind that. What are you doing? What is he doing? Is he like trying to strike up a deal with you? It's like you don't get to draw cards and you're like, deal. Yeah, I like Valakut Awakening. Valakut's nice because like a lot of times what we just want with this deck is more ways to see more cards so that we can find our bangers, like once we found Sneak Attack, or get rid of the bangers when we're looking for Valakut or when we're looking for like Sneak Attack or Nahiri or something. I'm gonna put that there though. Prismari commands Sophie or PN Kieran. So this is counter unless you draw 2 damage to any target, loot, create a treasure, or destroy artifact. Prismari command actually looks pretty good in this deck. I'm digging it. Crystal Shard. I do love that card. It is really nice that if you do get into a spot where you want to pick it up, Crystal Shard does let you pick up the thing. This is my cube, Apotheosis. It is indeed. If you want to see more stuff about it, you can look at List, which is the cube list, or you can look at Alt Cube, which is the article written by Luis. Blood Crypt or Fabled Passage. Okay, I was like into the Blood Crypt when we were maybe on the Kolaghan's command plan. But since we have Nahiri and we take a Fabled Passage, if we play like a basic Plains, we'll have Arid Mesa to get the Plains, Fabled Passage to get the Plains, plus the Plains to get the Plains. And that's our white fixing. And it won't be that bad. So I think we can take that. This Taiga's free for the Ancient Grudge. You don't always play CMDR, but when I do, I lock on my player group from 10 turn to Leovold Emissary Trust. That's really good. Take that Taiga. It's not 0 that we play Showdown of the Scalds, but we could also take Dismember. It's just like interaction. Is Leo banned in Commander? I'm not sure. I don't know the Commander ban list very well. I'm gonna take Dismember. I'm not sure that we're playing it, but Wear Tear for the sideboard seems good. Braids. Give her a forever home. Concealed Courtyard. Nah. It is banned in... I'm not surprised. Leo's kind of a mean card in Commander. Poggers. What are we passing for this? A Tundra. Look Luis, I don't want to hear it. I don't. Stop. Why you gotta be like that? So many ways you could be, and you choose to be like that. There's really no story behind braids other than I think braids sucks. I don't like playing with a card, but it made it in to like support the black sack artifact, like art sacrifice archetype. Yes, I'm looking at Molly D or Chandra. Braids is definitely there for not me. I agree with that. Look at that dogger. She's just chilling. I'm going to take Chandra. I think this card's really good. When you want it, Chandra's like incredible. Oh, look at Thassa. Deep Dwelling is there for the blinkies, which you haven't done yet. Sacred Foundry's nice. It is another white source that's going to be basically free off of the Arid Mesa for the Nahiri. Ooh, Long Doggers is choice. How about a Greenies? She loves those. Those might be her favorite. Which is these? Not the right colors. Yeah, Sacred Foundry looks pretty good here. Hold on. Reserved to make sure they don't juke me. Hi, Jules. Come over here, pups. Sit. Down. Sit. Good girl. And she is off. Our mana's pretty good in this deck. Not bad, not bad. So let's pack 3 out of 3, right? Let me move some of our lands over. Oh, we're not gonna play the Baklava reaches. We're at 17. Yeah, how dare he really, Doko? It's just rude. I don't think we really need the fountain. I think our white splash is looking pretty good, and we need some more like actual playables now. So Bone Crusher Giant is a fine card at the beginning of the game. Flame Slash is a removal spell, can't go too bad with that. Daze is good to just interact, especially like if we have a turn where we go sneak attack plus Daze backup, it's like pretty good. I kind of like this the best. I think I would go like this. Boney sees better. Yeah, I like this because it's very good interaction against the aggro decks that we happen to run against those. Fimage looks nice. Sometimes Fimage can copy one of your Titans and you keep the one that, like, the good one. The image, I guess. Also, like, you can just copy their stuff. Channel 2. This is not a channel deck, though. We're very, very far from casting channel. This is good, though. Mystic Sanctuary. Does that do anything in our deck? Trinket Mage doesn't, unfortunately. Second Right doesn't. Omnath doesn't work either. And Sanctuary is very good with Ancestral. Otherwise, it's just a tap land. 3 or more other islands. We just have a ton of non-islands is the problem. But we're not going to play this. We're not playing that. And we're definitely not playing Hellrider. I have a fetch that can fetch it as well. Yeah. Let me put that there. Ooh. Ooh. Woo. Ooh. Woo. These are some options. I like the Steam Vents, I like the Force Negation, and I like the Yorion. You think you'd Steam Vents? Part of my problem is I need some more playables. I'm like kind of short. I guess we could play Wear Tear in the main deck. Yeah, that Steam Vents is very good in the deck. All right, let's try to find some playables, yeah? Not Baylands. Oh, look at the dark depths they chose. It's really spooky looking. Avalanche Riders is okay. This card's not terrible. I'm not like enthused to play it. It certainly works though. Yeah, it's playable. Okay. What is Ephemerate good with? Riders plus Crystal Shard. That's a combo. This is a land that cycles. None of these are super exciting, to be honest. I think I'll take Savai Triumph. 3BB doesn't work for us, unfortunately. Neither does Baleful Strict. None of these do anything for us. I guess Bailey Boy is the most likely to be played. Ooh! Don't mind a Terrastodon. You may be able to splash Strix off of Triumph Fetches. Possibly, yeah. I kind of like the banger. Then we have like one last pretty big banger. Some nasty Terrastodon. The days came back. Wonderful. That is excellent news. Excellent news. Can you like grab it? Thank you. Kolagon's command is possibly like we have the Baklava reaches. Because we're not going to be wildfiring with this deck, I don't think. But I think we can make Kolagon's command work. Second right for the sideboard, sure. Needle Spires. We might play that. I don't think so. Days picking up Sanctuary. That's some draw village, play the village. Draw village, play the village. Louise, do you want to figure out food sometime? And maybe when you want to go live? So I know if I'm finishing this draft or not. Yeah, I might have a hard time finishing this draft. Yeah, me too. Tengo Harambe. If you want, we can G-chat about it. I'll open up my G-chat. Okay, so this is 23 cards. Can we play the Kolagon's command? Let's look at the cards that the lands we're playing. We're playing Taiga for the Ancient Grudge. We're playing Steam Event. We're playing Spiral Bluff. We're playing Scalding Tarn. We have black off of this, which is sweet because that is fetchable from Scalding Tarn. Playing Sacred Foundry for the Nahiri. I am not... It's true. Luis has won Hungriest co-host many years in a row. I believe he's undefeated. Seagate Restoration definitely goes in there as well. Valakut Awakening goes in there too. Mystic Sanctuary definitely. The Baklava reaches that we're playing the Kolagon's command. We can put a basic swamp in there for Fabled Passage. Concealed Courtyard sucks. And then Arid Mesa, which can also fetch this Triome. Yeah, so then it's get that in. And one basic of every color. Move Seagate Restoration here. Move Valakut Awakening here. And then if we do 1/1, 1. We don't actually need a basic swamp. That's 38. Because we can't fetch a basic swamp. And now we just gotta take a look at our mana sources, or we could just go 1/1 and then call it a day. I guess we'd rather go more heavy red since we've got all those red 4s. Oh, we do have Fabled Passage, which could fetch basic swamp. So then maybe what we do is we go add a swamp and another mountain. Oh man, Kellis, I have allergies. I have allergies bad. And it's bad this time of year. It's really bad. Okay, how about that, chat? What do you think of our deck? We were short a few playables because we took so many lands. We are splashing, like this is a 4-color sneak deck. How am I casting Terrastodon? I'm never casting Terrastodon. We're either Nahiriing it or sneak attacking it. Oh, yeah. Do we need... What's our deal with... Yeah, we're also never casting Emrakul or Kozilek, really. Like, this is just a sneak attack deck. Yeah, this Mystic Sanctuary is looking kind of sketchy, isn't it? Because it needs 3 or more other islands. this should just be a basic island. We picked up too much fixing. It's like too sketchy. All right, let me talk to Luis about foods. Ooh. Good catch. We really couldn't play it. Yeah, no kidding. Like, our mana is good. Our mana did get worse because we added a Kolaghan's command and a Nahiri because we kind of like took too much fixing almost. So chat, for the next rest of this week / early next week, I'm just basically going to try to move all the streams so that we can... I'm going to try to stream tomorrow. I have a bunch of work I got to do, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to. But then we are definitely streaming this on Friday. And then next week, I want to do Monday, Tuesday, so that we can catch the queue before it's on its way out. I don't even know what happens after the rest of the week, but I kind of just want to try to play this as much as we can. That's the plan. But also, if you draft the cube, you can just tweet me the decks you're drafting. I would love to see what people are doing. Because this is also our first time playing it, you know? Like, this isn't, like, the exact cube we play here. This is a variant of it since we took out the silver border card. Plus, we added a bunch of Strixhaven stuff just to see how it plays. Yeah, Lance is a New York type. It was always in there, Sponzy, but it basically got Dark Depths plus Hexmage plus Thespian stage was a whole package deal. So it's been like, yeah, that's right, Molly. It's been like buffed up. It's been given a little bit more love. And our previous iteration of the cube did not have any of the blinkies. Yeah, Molly, it was weird when Hexmage was in the queue, but there was no Dark Depths. It's like, why is it in there? Is it just supposed to be a removal spell for black to like not lose to Planeswalkers? I don't really understand. This looks good. Can never take a mulligan hand with Preordain in it. Oh my gosh, Darzak. I'm gonna bottom both. I'm not gonna want to fetch these away. Dang. Bottom. Okay. That's not nothing. They might go like tap out on turn 3 for a creature, and I might be able to go like Crystal Shard bounce. Yes, if we ever, oh boy, Crystal Shard might be good against Bazaar of Baghdad depending on what they do. Baklava reaches. Yeah, I think we want to play that. Like, we might catch him on a turn. We might catch him slipping. If they go like do stuff plus reanimate and they're tapped out, we can just go Crystal Shard bounce. Oh my god, Darzak. Woodfall Primus, Ashen Rider, Heartless Act. Jesus Christ. Okay. So the Crystal Shard's gonna have to be a surprise. We could just pass. Like, we could play Island, pass with Prismari Command / Valakut Awakening. Because we need Crystal Shard to catch them slipping. Okay. Yeah, this is just going to be reanimate like Ashen Rider or Woodfall Primus. They're going to destroy our Baklava. Yeah. So I think we're going to have to make a treasure off of Prismari Command. All right, well, let's let them target. Okay. Yep, and so Target player draws 2 cards and discards 2 cards. Target player creates a treasure token. Yeah, so it's this one. We draw the cards. We also make the treasure token. Let's get rid of Fabled Passage, because Passage tends to lose. It's really bad. And we can also bin... We can bin the Plains, because Sacred Foundry is going to be our white source, basically. K-Command also looks kind of like it's not doing anything. It's Fabled Passage K-Command, I think. Alright, those two together. Okay, so we lose that. I mean, I guess it'll depend on how much reanimation they have on their side of the battlefield. We can just play Plains here and Crystal Shard and Bounce. Swing. All right, good jukes, good jukes. Sure. Yeah, they need to never draw another reanimate spell because otherwise we're dead. So I'm not even worried about it. I don't like it. This is to target creature. I mean, we can Bone Crusher the construct. But then what do we do? Oh, we can Crystal Shard the construct and then hardcast the Bone Crusher so that we can kill the Duretti. Yeah, I like it, Molly. It's a great plan. Yeah, we're on the same page. You love to see it. Being on the same page. Take that, construct. Hold on, I did choose the right side, right? I'm scared. There you go, yeah. Yeah, I love Crystal Shard. Crystal Shard is one of my favorite cards, Louise. I think the first time I played against Crystal Shard, it like blew my mind. I think I read it wrong, and then when I read it again, I was like, oh my god. You target if you choose the wrong side. True. And then like, no, I'm targeting the wrong side. Okay, they've got construct again. Now they're probably going to try to leave mana up. Fudge. Fudge, fudge, fudge. I think that... Can we ever beat this? No, unlikely. Very unlikely. It would require us, like, hitting Sneak so that we can Emmy. So I think we might just pass the turn here and then end step go, like, Valakut Awakening, binning Chandra, and Avalanche Riders. I think we have to keep the Emrakul. And then hope to hit Sneak plus Red Source, and then we can Emmy. I could Awakening now. Yeah. I think I have to keep Emrakul though. Well then. That actually lets us cast Fires of... Wait, why is Fires of Invention in our deck? I didn't realize it was in our deck. When did that happen? That is pretty funny. It shouldn't be in our deck. I don't think it's good in our deck. The issue here is they blow up the sneak if Emrakul attacks. Well, they sacked to kill. Oh! That's hype. Yeah, so it's just fires go, right? And then they might sack. We're at 12. Okay. We can maybe... Finding another... Well, next turn we can hit Emrakul and Kozilek at the same time. Though they'll have this. So I think this has... No, it doesn't have Menace. We don't need a second red because we can just play the sneak off of Fires of Invention. Yeah. And then we send with these two. And that's Annihilator 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they'll sack this and then they'll have to use this to block for Kozilek, right? Yeah, and they're going to have to chump block. All right, here we go, baby. This isn't going to kill them. Oh, they scooped! They were not dead. They were not dead. Yes, they were going to go down to 0 permanence because they were going to have to chump block with the duder. Were they? No, so we attack the Annihilator 10. They sack everything. They get the 5/5 back. They destroy our sneak attack. They chump, and then we lose everything. Oh, they sack the Primus to the second Annihilator trigger. No, yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? So they have enough permanents to sack that aren't the Woodfall Primus. They sack the Woodfall Primus second. They get to keep it. They chump block the Kozilek. The thing comes back, so they destroy our sneak attack, and then all we have is lands. They have no permanents, and we don't have a way to kill them. So if we draw a creature, we can kill them, and I guess they would have to, like, replay a bunch of lands to... I understand scooping. Don't get me wrong. All right, Wear Tear seems like I want that because they have enchantment removal or enchantment reanimation. Maybe we need Hidetsugu second right for scenarios like this. Really, you think so? Fires was really funny in that matchup. Fires actually works with the fact that we have so many 4-drops. Don't put in the second right. I would have cut Fires out. Yes, I don't think we want the Fires. What do we play instead of Fires, though? Baleful Strix. We do have the black sources supported, I think. Oh, I have the Wear Tear. Never mind. But I think in future rounds, we might want to play the Baleful Strix and not the Fires of Invention. Yeah. Oh, look at that. And this has... Is this white? Yes. Yes, I'm amazed. Amaze. Okay, that's not bad. Play. Hope we get to destroy something here on 2. Yeah, I like second right. It's cool for the mono red players. No discard, baby. Oh. Do I know anyone who was won with second right in this cube? I mean, the cube was just put out today, so not really, no. Which color am I missing? Blue with this one? What would we fetch with that Scalding Tarn if I were to play it? I guess we could get Sacred Foundry. We don't really... Yeah, getting Sacred Foundry, but we already have red for Mountain. Steam Vents or Taiga? Yeah, I think that's fine. We can play this then. It's pretty likely that I don't end up shocking or doing anything here. I can get the Taiga Bone Crusher them and then play the Bone Crusher maybe. Start pressuring their life total since my hand's not doing anything anytime soon. Yeah, and then we have red also. Yeah, that looks fine. Get a little Taiga action. Stomp their face. Yeah, we're playing some real standard Magic. We can't really make them discard, unfortunately, with Kolaghan's command, so I think we just play the Bone Crusher Giant and keep attacking. Avalanche Riders will be nice next turn. I actually am looking forward to that. Blowing up their... Oh. That's fine. What modes did they choose? Hold on. They dealt me 2 and they discarded Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger. I hope it's a enchantment way to reanimate because I do have the Tear. Yep, K-Command making them discard. It kind of shows why we can't do it either, right? Oh, that is... Wait. If they don't have a way to target the Ulamog, we can maybe get away with it. No, we still die. We don't kill them. We need to deal them 3 more damage afterward. Oh, we can actually do that with Confluence. Damage to each creature, 2 damage to each opponent. Yeah, and then we fire. Yeah, no, that actually works. So let's basically go Island, and we want to leave up Tear or Wear, potentially. So leaving this up and that up sounds good. So let's go this. Copy that. And I think next turn we can kill them. This is assuming they have literally nothing. Yeah, their K-Command could clown us. Ooh, woo. Oh my gosh, Golly, thank you. So sweet.
I've played a league already, and you guys really did a great job. Thank you as always for the content.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that $20 tip. Thank you very much. I am happy to hear that you're enjoying the cube. All right, it kind of looks like they've got nothing, so let me just go ahead and attack first. They're probably just trying to deck me. I think that's their... Oh, shit, they're entombing. Okay. Oh, they wanted to entomb so that they didn't get exiled. That's acceptable. Now they're just dead. I chose the right mode, right? 2 damage to each opponent. Okay. Make sure I don't throw by dealing 3 damage to all creatures or something stupid like that. Boom! Got him, baby! Yeah, me too! Me too. I wish they would put it up longer than a week. But we're gonna do the most that we can with this week. I know we can get at least like 4 streams in, so that's pretty good. I know, Dabu makes me sad. Not our Bring to Light deck. Our Bring to Light deck was too pure and innocent for this world. This one's good. We gotta keep it because of the preordain. Do Do you have a deck you enjoy in this cube that isn't the normal vintage cube? So I haven't tried drafting the Blink archetype yet, but I generally tend to love those. That is a new addition in this cube. The land subtype is, I mean, that's kind of already in the vintage cube, but this gets a little more support here. Oh, we forgot to switch out the fires. You are right. What's gonna be for dinner? I think we might go get some Farino. Oh no. I don't want I guess Valakut Awakening is a red source. Yuck. I don't like either of these. We have a faux king here too. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of faux kings around the US. I think we gotta keep the Valakut Awakening as much as I don't like it. So let me bottom this and then we'll top this. Ugh. I don't have to like it though. Goalie! Thank you for the gift. It's up to Van Wedge. Very much appreciate that. That's very kind of you. You'd have been greedy and bought them both. I was tempted to, yo. I was tempted to. Ooh, Lispire Bluff. Yeah, I actually want to play that because that lets me have Counterspell up. Or Daze. Counters for Daze. Debu, I do plenty of greedy shit like that, and then I'm like, oh, well, that's what I get for being so greedy. It's okay. I feel like when I die for being so greedy, oh. I'm going to play technically correct. Molly! Molly, why? You know it was right to play technically correct there. If you want to play a 2-drop, it was right. It was absolutely right. It was right. What if they had a 2-drop to play? What if they had a talisman? What if they played a talisman? Molly doesn't want to give me any credit, but I feel like some credit was definitely due. Let's just play planes, whatever. Oh, you're right. They couldn't have had the mana from the wasteland, so there's a talisman. Nah, yeah, I'd rather do that than Daze, I think. Ooh. Daze is getting worse. It is, but I really wanted to draw a card is the thing. I was really hoping to draw an island. Yeah, we're gonna have to play Valakut for mana. No, I'm just gonna hold up Dismember this turn, so let me do this and just play it and then, yeah, not do anything else. Maybe they'll still have something to play post Talisman because they're going to go land Talisman, maybe a 2-drop. Maybe we get to Daze that. Or maybe we just get to Dismember the thing. Then next turn we can play... Playing Sneak isn't even good right now. Oh, I know, Molly. I hate it too, but... Oh, hello. Okay. Now they're going to play Talisman. We're going to get him. They have a lot of LD. Wasteland Strip Mine. Oh. God, the card has Dredge, though. Schultz, this is a Magic Online. Yo, is it even worth it to Daze this thing? It kind of isn't. I feel like we should, just because it's... the window of time where Daze is useful is closing in. And we don't really want to let them just have a million of those. We need a black source. They're dredging probably. We might be daubers, chat. If they dredge, yeah, if they dredge to get those back, and then that's gonna be their land drop for the turn. They're gonna strip me. At least Wasteland doesn't work anymore. Floating here isn't even technically correct, so we can't do anything with it. Okay, so they're going to clean up. They're probably going to be in what? Wasteland? Oh, mountain. Ooh. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I just got to do it now and hope for the land. Sure. Passage helps a little bit. What are we getting? Blue source for counterspell? That doesn't even feel like it does that much. Red source for sneak attack. Bummer. We can't Kolaghan's Command away that thing. We can Prismari it. Oh, yeah, that does work, doesn't it? So we want to get red with this then. And we have like a 1 turn to resolve it, basically. Yeah, make a treasure maybe. Whoa! Oh my god. Oh my god, that was disaster. Fuck. I clicked the red source. Blech. That was awful. Squirrel! Thank you for the 69 months. We're just dead to that, unfortunately. I don't see like a combination of cards. Oh god, that was... We could rummage with Prismari Command. We were missing the red source to do all of that. God, that sucked. That sucked so bad. I guess we have the counterspell to counter their next thing. Pinning, Kozilek gets more lands into our deck, I suppose. Gets Ancestral Mountain, Fabled Passage, Spire, Bluff Canal. Pana Death, thank you so much for the 73 months. Hype. Thank you, friend. That's some real and thick into win energy. What else are we gonna do? I actually think it's not bad. Like, it puts a lot of cards that we want back in the deck. We're just losing badly right now. Gotta hope that this counterspell does something, and then I can Prismari Command, maybe. Oh my god, I can't believe we got an island from that. That was just... That was some big boomer energy. Can't click the right cards. Wasteland. Wasteland doesn't do anything right now. Oh boy. I think now we have to get... Oh shoot, I needed a counterspell that, didn't I? Alright, I think we're just dubs. We could... I can't copy that. Yeah, I just kind of clicked through it. I've kind of given up on this game. I think we should just go sideboard. Let's do the draw step and then... Yeah. Bye. Alright, so they're like a land destruction deck. Yeah, draw step conceded. I'd kind of like mentally given up on that game. So they did have the Chariot. They did have a Talisman. We might want to bring in the Wear and Tear. Crystal Shard did not really look great in this matchup. K-Command looked good. Yeah, actually, Fires of Invention against the land destruction deck is actually kind of good. Ancient Grudge was fine. I think with Ancient Grudge we have enough. The question is if we just want to bring Weird Tear. I think so. Crystal Shard didn't look so good. Ancient Grudge hits their Talisman in the beginning, I guess, and the Chariot in a bit. If they ever play a creature, we can Fimage it. But we don't have that much else going on. Is it worth considering +1 land? Maybe. They do have a lot of land destruction. Do we expect them to have creatures like ramming up Excavator? Maybe. I don't think I would board assuming that. This hand's not good. I feel like maybe we're supposed to mulligan it. It's only good if they have an artifact really early in the game. I guess using Valakut Awakening to like shuffle is not bad, so maybe keep it. If they have fast one, we're gonna be happy we brought Wear and Tear. True. True. Let me start off with the Steam events. Actually, it might be Arid Mesa first. Oh, you know, Arid Mesa first because they might have a Strip Mine or a Wasteland, so I guess this kind of plays around it until the end of our turn. Now they just played up straight up Plains. Guess we get the Triome. Avalanche Riders. No, I don't really see a need to have Ancient Grudge up, so let me just play this. It's gonna be pretty obnoxious if their next play is like land destruction, kill Savai Triome. But if they go land into Talisman, we're gonna be pretty happy that we have Ancient Grudge here, plus play Valakut Awakening tapped. Hey, for Shizzy, welcome. Damn it, there's the Wasteland. Oh, that was nice. Let's preordain. Wear, Tear, and Daze. We already kind of have the Ancient Grudge. And then the Daze would have to pick up our Steam Vents, which is bad. So I think we bottom, and I think we bottom, and then hope for... God, that's really not what I was hoping for. Okay, well now we need to draw blue source. Fuck. That preordain needed to find us like land. We would have kept land. Oh my god, Luis. Someone was trying to pick a fight on Twitter, and it was like, this is what my play group like, and so that's why the cards are the way they... Oh, wow, look at that. Okay. That gives us a small window. We don't have green, right? No. So we can't go like mountain and kill that. Image can't hit artifacts. Unfortunately, I wish it could. Phyrexian Metamorph can. So Strip Mine's gonna get rid of our only blue source, sadly. Then if they don't have a way to rebuy this stuff, if we peel land... Oh. God, please let me draw. Please let me draw a green source. Please do. God damn it. And it's also a tap land. It's a tap land, so I can't go Avalanche Riders into it. God damn it. Sag. Freaking brutal, man. Not a green source and not an untapped land. Better than most spells, yeah. But if at some point here, because I think they did want to have the second land, They're gonna, yeah, strip our... Is it technically correct to do anything here? No, not really. Blue source? Okay. We want to do that now just so that they don't have the talisman. We can make ourselves a treasure and we can destroy their thing. So make a treasure, destroy target artifact. Choose target player to create a treasure token. Me. Artifact, you. Oh, that's true. And if that in that case we might loot. Yeah. Because we can just use the Ancient Grudge to get the other side. And then we would have just cracked the treasure for it. It's fine. We do have 4 mana now, so that does let us Avalanche Riders next turn. But I guess we would have probably found a land to loot with anyway, without having to crack the treasure token. We are the land destruction deck now. Let's just do this, I think. What do we blow up? Probably a swamp. Okay. Come on, land, baby, land. I need a blue source. I guess I would settle for black source, though it's like so bad here. Cannot pay for this. Ah! God, why? Oh my God, look at what they binned! Did you see what they binned? Okay, what are they bidding now? Dragon Lord Atarka. Hey, look at that. Won't you look at that? Does that let us play anything, though? No. No, that doesn't let us play anything. We have more lands than they do now. Like, if we draw white swords, we can start Nahiring. If we draw blue swords, we can start Narsetting. If we draw black swords, we can start Kolagon's Commanding. And they're not doing anything. They're on Song of Creation, Dragon Lord Atarka, bin. God, if we draw Fires of Invention, it's gonna be so sick. They've been the Cadillac. Alright, we're 1 away from having to start to discard like they are, so come on, just fire. Oh no. Play a talisman so that I can blow it up when I draw my black source. Play a creature so I can Phantasmal Image it. Play a Caryatid. Yeah, play a Caryatid. Oh, damn. They're getting Wasteland, Strip Mine, and Swamp. Damn. That was bad. That was bad. That was real bad. Fires of Invention. Fires. Okay. No complaints. Okay. We have a lot of red sources. They can't juke us enough for us to not just kill them with Emrakul Kozilek. Okay. Oh my God, no, not Vindicate. Oh my God, no. Have they been slow rolling that Mana Crypt? Holy crap. Ah! Wow, that's bad. Well, now we can play Narset, I guess. Should we Ancient Grudge their Mana Crypt? I want to see what we can get first. Oh. Remand? I guess we take it. Mountain, Fabled Passage, and Sacred Foundry go to the bottom. Like, is it even good? I guess denying them a bunch of mana has to be useful. So let's go blow you up. And then hope. God, I don't know what we hope for. Fires. Losing the sneak attack was just brutal. Can you assume there's a sneak attack in the deck? You can assume the sneak attack is in the yard. It's in the yard. We just lost it. Much like we're losing this game. We're losing it. Okay. They're going to get a forest. What was the last step? Death touch. Okay, yeah, that's not going to matter. Oh, wow. Look at that technology. It's not basic forest, eh? A forest card. All right. We just need to get the white source for the Nahiri. If we get the white source for the Nahiri, we're in okay shape. But they are rolling with their wastelands and stuff. Yeah. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's rough because, like, I need to do this when I'm not going to discard a quintillion cards to it, right? Oh, yeah, that's right. We're never casting the Eldrazi, so it doesn't matter. Good point, Molly. Smart cookie. You're right. We're never casting these. I mean, the Nahiri, we want to get them. Ooh, the Baklava reaches. Baklava reaches gets owned by Strip Mine, sadly. Yeah, so I think what we do is do that. Go giant. Try to kill them with creatures. Do we even use the Narset? That's a good question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're already going to have to send a Eldrazi. So I'll probably send Emmy back. So that Emmy is what we can get with Harbinger. Bye. We actually are putting some good cards back in the deck. Because Sneak Attack goes back in the deck with that. Ancestral does too. Obviously a bunch of other garbage. That's the only way we have to get Sneak Attack back. We don't have any sort of regrowth or anything. And then we shuffle 3 white sources from the bottom. True! That's true. We hit all those white sources at the beginning of the game that we put at the bottom. And now technically could be a Nahiri. Alright, they're still lifing. They're very committed to the cause. Maybe this Bonecrusher Giant can just kill them. Like, we could Fimage just copy Bonecrusher Giant. It's a little awkward. I don't think it targets it. Target of a spell. So, yeah, we could technically do that. I wish we had another blue source so we could hold up Remand. They're strippers. This island's gonna go, I think. Yep. It is! It's Cubesmith! Oh! Poggers. Holy moly. That's really good with a Nahiri. Ooh, woo. So we go this into Nahiri, and then we're just gonna have one floating, I guess. I don't even really know if we want to do something with that Narset. What could we hit that actually matters? All of our 1-mana cards are blue, so nothing. Oh, we could technically hit Sneak. If we hit Sneak and then we have enough for Kozilek, yeah, it is worth it to do this to get Fires or Sneak. We got Counterspell or Dismember. They're both so bad. We're never casting Counterspell. Like, how is that happening in a million years? It's never happening is the answer. Okay, so then Nahiri. Also, we can just bin it to this. What am I discarding? Terrastodon we can never cast in a million years. Remand also is looking terrible given that we don't have a blue source. It might just be the dismember. Though, dismember, they might actually, like, play something we want to kill. So maybe it's just, like, remand. Not bad. Not bad at all. So next turn we can go Fires of Invention into maybe Confluence, go Phase. It kind of looks like if they don't get ahead of the game and stop us from doing our land stuff, they can't really win. Oh my god, drawing that was so bad. We were going to have to bin it again. Back in the deck you go. Ooh, Avalanche Riders. Don't mind that. So we go Fires. Oh, we can't also Phantasmal Image. But I think we could keep it and then Image, and that would be kind of cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom, baby. And then we're just going to get their Zagoth Triome, I think. Could also get maybe... Because we can just get this back with life. The life is in the yard. Yeah, I still think it's this. Is this tempo? This sure is tempo, baby. Also, Nahiri's ready to pop off. Yeah, it's either Razor Verge or this one. I was just thinking that this one gives them the ability to pick it up and cycle. But if they're doing that, I think we're winning. So it doesn't really matter. It is all the same at that point. Oh, woo. Did some action. Hope this is technically correct floating. Molly, why's it gotta be like that? I guess technically correct floating is better than like them having something. Molly's just never gonna let it go that I did some technically correct tapping earlier in the game. How dare I? Oh my god, I think it is technically correct tapping. I think it is. What could it be for 1 mana? Like 1 blue mana. Oh my god, it was technically correct! Boom. I definitely spend a lot of like mental energy there, Molly. Like thinking about their technically correct tapping. That would have been funny. They got a little something something. They lightning helix themselves? Is that true? Oh no, they lightning helix my Nahiri. They didn't want my Nahiri to ult. So if I keep the yeah, I do love Pay and Fimage Avalanche Riders again. That sounds pretty dope. All right, so let me pay 4 for you. 1, 2. Let's leave this one. This one's like a scarier land to leave untapped. 3, 4. Pay. Oh, hello. So we could actually like confluence with Fires of Invention to deal them 2, 4, 6, 10, 11, 12. They're just dead to Confluence, right? Yeah, I think Confluence is just Omega lethal. Cast with Fires of Invention. Oh, you wanted to Fimage first for fun? I kind of just wanted to Omega kill them. Oh, Mega dead. Oh, Mega dead. Which game is this? I can't remember. I think we have one more game after this. Might be the case. If they have a removal spell, they might actually. Them removing the Bone Crusher Giant isn't that good for them, so they have to kind of go for Avalanche Rider. Oh. Target Bone Crusher Giant. Do it. Oh, I think this might be just spells. Is it spells or abilities? Target of a spell. Do we make them block? We can dismember the Pestermite and then hit for 2. I guess having them block also works. Using that on this is so bad. Because we've got the Baklava Reaches. Oh, I guess technically Baklava Reaches can't. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Molly. That's a good point. I'm probably going to Nahiri away this to Rastodon. Oh, they didn't? Really? Okay. Wait, I didn't cast it properly. This one. There you go. I wonder if their plan was to like try to hit, God, I don't know, a Kiki Jiki in their deck next. No, they can't do Kiki Jiki. Maybe they have Splinter Twin in this deck? That seems impossible. Weird. Mountain Twin was a plan, I assume. Yeah, it can't be Kiki. Is there anything else we want here? We could go up 1 land given how like land destruction-y this person is. The Wear Tear was really good. I did like the Wear Tear. It's possible that Dismember is good if their plan is Pestermite. Manamorphose into Kiki, dang. That'd certainly be a plan. I'm legitimately considering just adding another blue source because they just kept going attacking our blue, and like Terrastodon's just okay. Just add 1 more island given how land destruction-y they are. Make sure we can just hit those blue spells. All right, being on the draw is pretty... Oh, I don't think we can keep this, unfortunately. This one seems fine. This hand is good. It's gonna depend on how much land destruction they have. What do we send back? I think we keep all the lands. We probably keep the Remand and the Sneak Attack. So maybe it's just the Dragon Lord Atarka and hope that we find something else that's big. We're just so far from casting her. All right. I think we lead on this. Oh my god, Lord Tupperware. How are you? It's really good to see you. That Jun Feces archetype. Gotta make it happen, Captain. Non-zero chance that we want to daze something here. How likely are we to want to daze something here? Depends on how bad the thing they play is. Because I really wanted to play Seagate Restoration there. I'm good, thank you. We're so excited that the cube is up. I'm very hype. Yes, land is definitely the most Jund of all archetypes. I agree. I don't think we're really going to daze on turn 2. That seems really hard for me to imagine. I do not want to pay for that. Hi, Tomodachi. Oh, so sweet. We had a really good time in Vale. It was so nice. Ooh, that is a tasty one for Avalanche Riders. Yeah, we had such a good time, Tomodachi. We kind of like The schedule worked out in such a way that we could actually go to Vale for like a few days. Ooh, Reninold. Man, I actually would have dazed a Reninold here. Damn. Okay. I really didn't think there was much that they could do on this turn that made me want to do that, but that is one of them. Alright, well, we've got Remand now, I guess. If they do play like land plus regrow it, we're in trubs. I hope we can Remand or Daze their next play. God damn it. Oh my god, Molly's gonna be so mad about my technically correct. I'm not even gonna bother. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Yeah, I think we're dead. They can just keep doing this for a while. Like, what are we gonna do about that? You're gonna go play Clan for Friend this day? Oh, that sounds fun. Enjoy, Molly. You don't have much to see here anyway. I think we were just dead here. They just have the lock, and I don't have a way to deal with this Ren. And if we'd been on the play, maybe we could have Prismari commanded to make a treasure so that we had, like, one more turn. If we draw more fetch lands, maybe? I don't see how that helps us, because if they... We'd have to have double fetch. I mean, look, I can play this turn and we can see our draw step, but they have this recursion going. They are definitely locked in for that recursion. And their strip mine's just gonna get that. We could get into a position where they make a play here and I can fetch for an island and then daze their play. But they just have this lock going. Oh, look at that. We've got double fetch. So now their strip mine doesn't actually do anything. For one turn. And one turn only. So then if we draw land, we'll have access to Prismari command. Sure. Wow, they're gonna have strip mine active even after I fetch. Nope, we're done. Wow, so playing, that's funny. Playing the Seagate Restoration versus playing the Scalding Tarn on turn 1 was the difference there, because we would have 100% countered Ren and then they wouldn't have had the lock. They could have still beat us, but we wouldn't have lost that way. All right, good beats. I think if we had seen Ren earlier, we wouldn't have made that play. Because in both previous games, they didn't show a single thing on turn 2 that we needed to counter. Thank you, J-Ray. Appreciate it. All right, this is our last match. Let's make it count, baby. This looks good. Pretty good hand. Preordained sweet. Crystal Shard sweet. Oh my god, we still have the Fires we mentioned. You know, I actually have, like, the Fires was good in the last matchup, but I guess they were a land destruction deck, so maybe. Hey, Team Kessig. Welcome. Oh boy. Crystal Shard does not look good against this deck. Ancestral and Seagate Restoration. Well, we definitely don't need the Seagate Restoration, so we can bottom that, but we definitely want to top Ancestral. Yeah, I don't know. DD Gen is either trolling and they're going to be banned real quick, or they're asking a sincere question and it was a non-intelligible question. So I think either way we'll come to a resolution pretty quickly here. Lotus Cobra. Oh! You're trying to ban it and it's not working? Let me just time them out for now. I'll ban them if they do something else stupid. Alright, there you go. Oh. That was some misfire, Nucleo. Oh boy. Are you gonna fix it, Nucleo, or should I fix it? We had collateral damage there. No, Nucleo, you banned Team Keswick. It was collateral damage. Blightsteel Colossus. Man. If we... Oh, God, if we had power in this deck, we may have been able to just Crystal Shard the Blightsteel. Brutal. There's nothing... Oh, Dismember would keep us alive. Yeah, so let me... Oh, no worries, Notice. I do not... Trolls really just don't phase me at this point. Yeah, that's too bad. Damn. Damn. And also, Nonas, I'm glad you're enjoying it. GG's. That match was really interesting. There you go. Thank you, mods. I think we figured it all out. I think we got to the bottom of it. So they are just a fast deck. I think Rift Bolt seems like it could be okay against like all the stuff that we saw. Yeah, you memed, you lived the dream. I loved it. I thought your deck was great. I thought it was a really cool Life of the Loam deck. I think you got to do all the cool things. I think against them, the Fires of Invention is probably not necessary. And also, somewhere out there, I know Molly went to play Tabletop Simulator for Friendness Day. But somewhere out there, Molly got his wings and is so happy that I lost to Channel because Channel was allowed to live on in this deck. So it's probably just justice, you know. Justicia, chat, as they say. Spider-Man, I'm glad you enjoy it. I think Fractured Identity not being in the cube gives me like just peace of mind. I thought I submitted it. I think it's maybe stuck. Zurich, thank you so much for the gifted sub. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Oh, this hand's not good. Fiery Confluence is good against the kind of garbage they're doing, but it's just, this hand's too slow. It doesn't do anything. Oh my god. All right, so we have... Oh no, what do we do with this hand? Dismember's sweet, because we just kill their creature on turn 1. But like, what do we do after that? We don't have blue for Remand. We can just hope to draw blue, and then Ancestral Recall bails us out. Okay, so I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep the lands. Cozy doesn't look good in our opening hand. I think this won't change our play, because I really want to have access to Dismember their first play. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Zurich. I really appreciate that. That's super kind of you. Oh, they didn't have a play. I see. Ooh, okay. This is going to get us closer to Nahiri, so I'm not going to complain. So let's play the Baklava Reaches. And then if they go like turn to Cobra, we just zip. No worries, Rick. If I had $1 for every time my name gets misspelled or I'm called Baby instead. Loonrel! Thank you so much for the 40. We didn't, Louise. We didn't. We did not. It was a really good match. I made a play that I got super punished for. We're going to kill that. I got Omega punished for it. Oh god, no. Basically, I had a choice on turn 1 to play Seagate Restoration or Scalding Tarn, and I had a Daze in my hand. And so far, I hadn't seen anything on turn 2 that I'd be willing to Daze for, so I just played the Seagate Restoration so I didn't take 3 damage from the land, where it's a matchup where like life doesn't matter that much, and I know that. And then my opponent plays Ren in 6 and they have Strip Mine and I just instantly lose. So definitely lost that one to like making a play that I thought was slightly better for like given what I'd seen from the deck. When if they do have Ren in 6, like I'm just, and a land destruction land, I'm just locked out of the game. So I feel like I kind of deserved to lose that one. Yeah, it was close, Luis. Like I don't mind. I chose to do that, right? Like it was a conscious decision that I made. And I don't mind losing those games because I thought about it and I was like, I don't think there's anything I need to, oh god, no. No, not like this. Their start is really slow. This person just killed me with turn 2 channel. Where I had Crystal Shard, but I was on the draw. So I couldn't like bounce their Blightsteel after they'd taken 11 damage to play it or whatever. Yeah, I made a decision with the information I had and then I lost. And I really have no problem losing that way. God, if I had Crystal Shard, well, I'd also need a blue source, I suppose. Oh my god, you peeled a Strip Mine on turn 3? Oh, that's daggers. Oh my god. Oh. Ooh, woo. That's not bad. I kind of want to play Sneak, and then next turn I can go Nahiri. Yeah, I kind of love sneaking, getting sneaked down here as well. I think Nahiri's going to let me... Between like Ancestral and Nahiri, I think I'll find some bangers. I need them to not have enchantment removal. Which is... I mean, their deck seemed like it was a pretty good green ramp deck. And they didn't have all the accelerators. So there's some other stuff in their hand. Maybe some Vivians that can kill me or something. Yeah, Rex Sage would clown me. But if they don't have enchantment removal, I like my chances of ancestraling into some action. That's 2 mana. I don't think there's enchantment. Oh, 3 mana spooky. There's a lot of things that... Oh, 4 mana. Oh, that's okay. I accept. Your terms and conditions. Yeah, I was scared of also land. Oh, hello. So I choose which one to give them, right? An opponent chooses one of them, put that card into your hand, and exile the other one with a silver counter on it. Yeah, so I'll give them Lotus Cobra. So they have Upheaval on the other side. We gotta remember that. It's obviously not gonna matter if I Ancestor and find some good stuff, because right now an Annihilator would be pretty hot. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, baby. Damn. I mean, like, sneaking in Avalanche Riders and then holding up Remand seems like it could be fine. I could also, like, sneak in Avalanche Riders to block the Walking Ballista or something. Yeah, I like it, Luis. So I just play this and kind of pass. Because it's not like sneaking in Avalanche Riders to hit Karn for 2 does anything at the moment. But we do have the surprise blocks. You think I did want to give him Upheaval over Cobra? I guess it is not castable for them. They just get to bank it under the Karn for a bit. And they can play Cobra. Yeah. Turn Timber Symbiosis. Okay. I think I want to remand that. I guess I just get Isla. Jules! Yeah, Barnabas! We've got some cube action. Some cube action today. If they have... Oh, I guess they already played land, because otherwise I could have dazed them, maybe. They made a construct. Oh my god, why is it this kind of construct? Do I pick up for that Lotus Cobra? That might be worth... I think so, because that lets them cast Upheaval. And now if they attack with a Beezy, which they almost certainly will, I have the Avalanche Riders. Yeah, look, this is going to work out okay. Swing. Kill just a forest, I guess, in case they have Rafellos. I think that's better than killing the Turn Timber. And then... get him. This block is really funny. All right, so they're going face. That's fine. That card technically had unblockable. Emrakul! Let's go. Oh, come on. They have 5 cards left. They've got the Karnan Upheaval on the other side. If I just go Nahiri, I can rummage away my Spire Bluff Canal, which is pretty terrible right now. Or I could even just play Island so that I have mana for Counterspell next turn. Play my Island, play Nahiri, rummage, try to hit a, like, leave Lava Claw Reaches up. Yeah. And I'll just bin the Spire Bluff Canal. And if I hit Emrakul, I'll be pretty happy. That's not nothing. Because this looks like the kind of game where we might have to maybe sneak something in plus, like, pick it back up. Oh boy, they have a Mock Sapphire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus make a construct. Oh shit. Yeah, that's annoying. We do get to bounce the construct because our thing is colorless. But they are going to get to kill my Nahiri. I guess they don't get to use the sword if it hits Nahiri. Yeah. So they could put my Nahiri down at 2, but that's also kind of like loose. Because then I can just like exile the... Are they going to go after me? Yep. Nah, I'm the only one with a cube here, Nonus. Ooh. We binned Ancient Grudge, so that's something. Dragon Lord Atarka is gone. None of the Eldrazi is gone. They actually didn't mill any of my Eldrazi, surprisingly. Binning the Grudge was a big game because I can actually just grudge whatever creature's attacking. Or even just like destroy the Sword of Body and Mind. So this is exile. Yeah, that's true, Numenor. So I do have to kill the construct with Nahiri here. Then we can also Crystal Shard the other construct. And then with Taiga, we have Ancient Grudge left, and we have one more hit, essentially. Okay, so let's kill that. We could kill all 3 creatures, but I wonder if it's not just better to like... Maybe it doesn't matter because they'd have to kill their Karn to make one more creature, right? And then we'd be out of outs. But if we hit an Eldrazi... No, the Eldrazi maybe doesn't even do it in that spot. This game is close and weird. Killing everything, there is appeal in killing everything because that buys me essentially an extra turn with Nahiri to find an Eldrazi and do something with that. And then obviously the sword can't hit me because unless they have like a haste creature, which they're not going to have in green. But we do leave the Sword of Body and Mind in play, which is obviously like a problem. And they will have the mana to create another construct, so... Well, we can't really hold up Counterspell. We have to make the decision now. Because if we want a Crystal Shard to kill one of their creatures, we need to do it now. And then we need to have the Ancient Grudge for the next thing they do. You know what I think we should do, actually? I think we're supposed to kill the Construct right now. And then when they equip and attack with the wolf with Sword of Body and Mind, we Ancient Grudge the sword. And then we take the hit and go down a 1. But then we're done with the sword as well. And then maybe this gives us an out to draw... Like... Terastodon would be a great draw. Fiery Confluence. Oh shit, Fiery Confluence is in the yard. Grudge from the graveyard. Yeah. Grudge is in the graveyard. So I'm hoping that they spend a turn basically equipping the wolf so that they can lethal me and then I can just kind of juke them. God, hold on. Dragonlord Atark is also in the yard, so that's not a good draw anymore. Chandra, Torch of Defiance. Not good enough because we need another black source to activate the Lava Claw Reaches to block. Ooh. I guess I give them Island. So they have a Upheaval and Woodfall Primus on the other side. But that means they're not going to have another creature in play, which does give us more outs. They played the island that we just gave them. They still have 5 cards. Sure. Yep, so they did go for the sword equip. And they are attacking me. We grudge the sword. And now we get an Eldrazi that we can sneak in and then Crystal Shard back. Oh, they might still kill us because they have the wolf. We can kill this because it's a tapped creature. So then they don't have a lethal attacker and they already used Karn, so they won't have a Construct 2. Okay, I mean, we've got some options. We'll see. We go to 1. Now we have to hope they don't play another creature because that would be a disaster for us. Growth Spiral? Oh my god. If they tap out for something else, then we'll be able to bounce the wolf. Birds of Paradise. Okay, that doesn't really do anything. Because they don't have a sword anymore. Okay. Holy fish moly. Damn, that's a hell of a card. Okay. Yeah, I also kind of want to loot with Nahiri and bin the plains and see what we find. Oh. So they have upheaval, right? But if we kill the Karn, the upheaval's gone. They never pick that up, right? It did work up to blow up the sword. I was just so worried about leaving it in play. Because now we can do Terastodon, sneak it in, Fimage it, and then pick, like, attack. We'll attack the... Wait, I have lethal here? Do I? Is such a thing true? I can't kill birds. Terastodon doesn't kill birds. Oh, if I crystal shard the birds. You can blow up the mocks, but then they get an elephant. Never mind. Wait. They have Mox Sapphire. Yeah, they have Elefante. Then I can, like, bounce Elefante with Crystal Shard. But that means they have a blocker off of Birds of Paradise, right? Lai, thank you so much for the 5 months. I appreciate that. Thank you. So, no, it's not quite lethal. It does mean that I have to blow up, like, the Karn, probably. And I will have to attack. They will have to chump. I think you just want to make 1 Terastodon and kill Karn plus 2 of your lands. Yeah, and I think after that I might, like, either leave up Counterspell or, like, potentially Fimage. I might want to pick up the Terastodon too. Alright. I can't bounce the bird. They have Mox Sapphire. So... kill you plus maybe, like, my mountain and... I have to leave island up. I think my Lava Claw reaches, although that's my only black source. This is my only red source. Maybe it's the Taiga since we don't have more green in the deck. Dragon Lord Atarkad is dead and we already flashbacked Ancient Grudge. Yeah, I'm hitting the tapped mountain, but I want to hit something else. I think it's the Taiga. I think it's just like this. Then definitely use it. Say any order. There's no reason to tap it. I can't do anything with it. I could have played my mountain and then used that. I attack with this. Why did they jump with Elefante? Oh, are they planning on upheavaling? Yeah, so I think if I go like that, I can now pick up this and leave up Counterspell. Because I do want this Terastodon. This one's going to keep attacking stuffs. No, I get it back. Why did they do that? I thought... Have they picked up the upheaval? I thought that was on the other side with Karn. That's weird. Maybe their plan is to have enough mana for Woodfall Primus, but that also was on the other side with Karn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe they have Yas Queen. I don't know. It's kind of weird to value, like, the Birds of Paradise more than the 3/3 in that spot. I know. Big dumb tank. It's like, totally don't have anything in hand that costs 2 blue mana, by the way. Hoof? Yes, Hoof would make sense. Hoof would make a lot of sense. If they go land Hoof, and it is just an extra creature to pump. Love it, Sidian. That's awesome. Yeah, Elvish Mystic's no problem. Yes, it's so sweet. The fact that you can Crystal Shard your own stuff is, like, pretty cool. Oh. How much do I care about them time warping here? I'm worried if, like, their next plan is to just hoof it. So, like, that would be pretty bad. I think I can just go like this. Because also Nahiri can help us maybe find an Eldrazi so we can Terastodon on other stuffs plus the elephants plus the Eldrazi. Yeah, the odds of winning on our turn are pretty good. Oh my gosh, we drew Black Source. One, two, three, four. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They have a lot of mana. So Crystal Shard does kill like an Elvish Mystic or a Birds of Paradise right now. Nahiri can kill a Mox Sapphire. 1/4 to hit Eldrazi off Nahiri. Will actually win if I play on Eldrazi though, because it kind of feels like maybe it's better for me to just have more blockers and then like bounce. Oh, they pay. You're right. They do pay for shards with the bird. Yeah, so that means that we just go for this. Rats. We can Bone Crusher Giant the Birds of Paradise, bounce their Elvish Mystic, and then that puts them down enough that they can't really... Like, I can stand in with my Elefantes plus make some more Elefantes, and then they won't be able to kill me next turn because I think their plan is to hoof. So... Oh, and they didn't technically... Oh, I may have wanted to not tap Island for that so that I could also Fimage, because I need to use blue for Crystal Shard to bounce their Elvish Mystic. That's fine, though. One, two, three, four, five, 6. So they can't even really play it. I could Dubs attack with Elefantes and have Bone Crusher Giant up to block the wolf. I could end the turn Terry Fimage. That's like pretty hot too. And then Nahiri can get the Eldrazi next turn, so... Yeah, Nahiri can get Emmy. And then we just attack with like a quintillion things. So I think all we do here is attack with one elephant. And then we set up to win on our turn. This has been a really interesting game. Wait, what did they do? Elvish Mystic, that's fine. That ain't no thing. Oh boy. What is this? The Cadillac. Okay. That makes a lot of blockers, but they're not gonna have enough blockers to survive like the Terrastodon plus the Image plus Emrakul attacking. That is not enough. Does them having the chariot help? It doesn't really, right? So let's go red. This is until next end step. Beginning of the next end step. Yeah. Boom. We don't blow up anything of theirs. We can blow up our, like, Island and Crystal Shard at this point. Basically, Emrakul's the one that's going to close the game here. Yeah, might as well. Boom. Copy that. Might as well blow up all of our lands at this point. Sure. Why not? Toxic Goobers? We're not gonna not do it, right? Look at that. This is a lot of game actions for lethal. Oh, hello. We are in our main phase. That was our draw. Search your library. Get in there, baby. They didn't even see. We had another card to put in. They didn't even let us do it. They didn't even let us do it. I know. I had one more. Did we change anything? Wear and tear. They had the Cadillac and that was it. Let me just go back in. Which land is this one? Is this a Jeskai one? No, this ain't the Jeskai one. I do want to have Counterspell up. Oh, that's awkward, the Savai Triumph. I do want to keep this, I think. We have some good cards here. So do we just go... I kind of want to go Seagate Restoration into Island so that we have Counterspell. Into Savai Triumph because we're probably not playing anything on 3 that requires this. Into Swamp and then we have Avalanche Riders. Because this has red, right? Oh boy, they have a Mock Sapphire. That's even spookier. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no, I don't like it. I don't like it, I don't like it. Oh. Yeah, that's fine. That does change things a little bit because that makes me want to play Savai Triome now into Seagate Restoration, into Kolagon's Command, blow up maybe a creature plus a Mock Sapphire. And it feels like the Counterspell, we're not really going to... We're like a little late on this Counterspell. So I think we do now do this. It's going to be like this into Seagate into Swamp. For Kolagon's Command. Walking Barista. Yep. Oh, shit. Okay. That is scary. Luckily, Kolagon's Command still blows up 2 of these things. So... yeah. Phantasmal Image doesn't copy anything here. So... play. No. We're going to take a hit of a Sword of Body and Mind. That's pretty bad. Yeah, since it's mill, we actually have a pretty good chance of just hitting an Eldrazi and, you know, like, refresh. What did we hit? That's a bunch of stuff. NGL. Okay. Yeah, does this have... This has our mana for Kolagon's Command as long as we play Swamp or thing. So we can go like... yeah, as long as we play Swamp or Mountain, we're Gucci, basically. So we Kolagon's Command to destroy the Sword of Body and Mind, and then we can deal 2 to the Ballista because they can't pump it yet. I think we do it now just in case, yeah. So target artifact and 2 to any creature. And this should just die because it's going to lose the pump anyway. They could stack right now the counters to deal me a little bit extra damage. God, if they had Force Spike, Jesus. I don't think Force Spike is in, but they could have Daze. Counters for Daze. Oh no. The Cadillac is strong. We just need to find an Eldrazi pronto. Pierce they could have, yes. Wow. We are in bad shape. Awesome, Hellman. You like Riders, their forest? Does that really help me that much? Next turn you can play Sneak and copy Cadillac when they attack. Ooh, that's true. That is nice. Yeah. I like it, Luis. That's a good line. Here I get to trade with the wolf if they attack also. And then at least the Cadillac buys me some time against their Cadillac. Tough spot. It is nice that the Phantasmal Image essentially turns into 3 creatures, right? Okay. If they don't attack with cat, I'm chomping. They are attacking with cat. Alright, so I do think we block cat. Okay. And they didn't have another play. Alright, so let's play Island. This is red already, right? Yeah. So as long as we leave red up. Okay. God, I still really could use like a Numracool or something. Sure. Oh yeah, don't worry. I have seen our time situation. I think we need to trade with the cat caravan, sadly. Because otherwise we block there, but we take 4, and that seems like it's too much damage. Because then the Bone Crusher Giant can maybe like help us kill one of these things plus have blockers, since we have enough mana to do all that. 3 minutes. I guess we can kick it off with Preordain and see what we hit. We still have 2 red left. Prismari Command and Rift Bolt. Damn, no. I feel like I just need to bottom these and try to find an Eldrazi. We bricked. Sucks to suck. Let me get a mountain. We kind of do need to do this here. Okay. We've got blockers against everything else they have. And they don't have a Sword of Body in mind, so we're going to have blockers at least. Okay. Okay, not bad. Not bad at all. Ugh, I really needed to draw something there, though. Damn, let me play Steam Events. Not pay. I've got the counterspell for the next thing they play. Damn, there's a tropical island. That one I think we have to let resolve because it just doesn't do that much. Come on, Emrakul! That one we can just straight up cast and kill. We got the counterspell for their next thing. Oh, I should probably play my Arid Mesa. Although I have looting with like Nahiri, so maybe I actually wanted to have a land in hand. That is interesting. Growth Spiral. Yeah, we let that one resolve. Oh my god, they found another forest. God. Terrible. Terrible. I'm cool. Amazing. This is how much Annihilator? Annihilator 4. So we can't, unfortunately, attack with more than just Cozy. You think you set with Giant too? I guess hitting with Giant does put a lot more pressure in their life total. This is going to shuffle a million cards back in my deck, and it's not cards I want. I guess Terracidon and Dragonlord Atarka, it's not a huge deal since they likely double block, but I like sending. Yeah, no, I don't disagree. We're going to blow up a lot of their lands, and then we have a counterspell to counter the next couple things. So that's something. We got a minute 34. We are shuffling 2 hits back into the deck at the cost of like putting a million cards we don't want back in the deck also. So, sure. Bye, Cozy. All right, now at least like the Bone Crusher Giant can attack, and if they double block, that opens up the room for the cats to attack. I think we let that one resolve. Because that one can't even attack us, not really. Yeah, I think I'm going to start sending... Oh! I was going to say start sending with everybody, but... Oh my god, what the heck? Really? God damn it. Alright, I'm sending with everyone. We had so many looks. So many looks. We saw 3 cards from Ancestral, and then 2 cards from Ponder. No, 3 more cards because we bottomed all of them. All right, it's fine. We've got the Remand if it's something that's temporarily kind of a problem. If it's something that they can replay the same turn, I'm going to have to counterspell it, like crack the Scalding Tarn and just straight up counter. Otherwise, Remand looks pretty tasty. It looks like it's green, so if it's like a Raffellos, I can just Remand. Oh, Jesus. No. They can't channel with Island. Boom, baby! Yeah, I don't really know what they do with 4 life there, but I also don't think they can win if we just remand that. And maybe we even find a creature and we just sneak it in at the end of the turn. So, oh my gosh, Hellman, we had like a minute left or something. It was really close. We did it though. We got there. 2-1, baby. Yes, same, Jen. It's like, it could have been a really small thing, but I just don't really, I don't know. I think we were fine either way in that spot. Ooh, that was nerve-wracking. All right, let me wrap up this video real quick. If you're watching this on YouTube, thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed another Alt Cube draft. I will make sure that the videos for this one have a link to the Cube article and the Cube list if you want to check it out yourself. If you are not subscribed to this channel, I would super appreciate it if you did. It lets you know when other videos come out, and it is a totally free way for you to support the channel. Also, if you're shopping on channelfireball.com and use the code Gaby, that also directly supports the stream. Thanks for watching, YouTube. See you later. If you like this video, you can subscribe for more. And if you want to come say hi to us on the live stream, that's on twitch.tv/GabySpartz. I stream every weekday in the afternoons, Mountain Times. See you later!